All right, guys, what's going on? I see Buck's here. What's up, Buck? Jody's here. What's going on, Jody? Um, Tonight I'm going to continue working on the Infernal War Machine. I did a little work off camera because at Wonderfest, I got a couple of packs of these AK play markers, and I was just kind of playing with them. I did some painting on that. I think that looks really good. Those play markers are nice. I painted these little green sections with the play markers and then silver around them. And I painted this orange, and I did the highlight red color. The light's kind of blowing it out, but I did the highlight red color on those. I think that turned out really good. And I painted this tank sitting there with I painted it with the yellow pen, but it's more of a beigey yellow. You know what I mean? A creamy yellow. I wanted it to be yellow, so I went back and painted that over with. But then I painted this little ring with the pen and these end caps with the pen. I really like those pens. They're nice. But anyway, let's see here. Yes, Buck, work off camera is allowed. I was playing with my pens. So that Eric said, so that makes me third. Yes. And Jody put up a little number 3 medal. So what's going on, everyone? I hope y'all are having a good night. I'm gonna get all these painted black and then put the metal layer over them. So let's get started with that. I'll lay this over here. Move all these out of the way. These are some bikes that I'm working on. I'll get them out of the way. By the way, if any of y'all had Amazon send you some obviously used stuff when you ordered new stuff, because I ordered arm for to mount my light on to get it closer to the camera. That's why it looks better. But I got this one all chewed up, and you can see where the handle's been used because the paint's wore off of it. And this is supposed to be new. And not only that, but Newer is the brand that I ordered. And that's what I got. But it came in a small rig box that already had the bottom ripped out of it. Weird. But I got what I want. I actually got 2 of them. There was 2 of them in the box. I already got one holding the light, and I got another one. So whatever. It's just weird that Amazon is becoming as weird as eBay sometimes. What's going on, Todd? Yes, you can, but you can talk about playing with your own YouTube. Let's see here. Todd says he ordered an air fryer, opened the box, and the inside was full of crumbs and the handle was broken off. So, yeah. Buck says, yes, today, as a matter of fact. Complain, send it back, and make them ship a new one. And he says, "Hey, done." I don't know what that means. Oh, Dawn. Okay, never mind. Got it. He said, "Stupid phone, Dawn." And yeah, Amazon returns don't check shit. I can't believe that. But anyway, I'm gonna get these base coated in black, and then we'll get some metal paint on them. So what's everyone doing tonight? Anybody else working on anything? Or are you just hanging out? Let's see, where can I? There we go. That'll work. Trying to figure out where to clip the clip on that. But it's a good thing there's a little bit of support material left up inside of there because I can clip it on the support material. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with these wheels. We'll figure that one out in a minute. And the little wheels. The little wheels might, yeah. The little wheels will just fit right on there. Nice. The big ones won't though. Yeah, just little wheels on there like that. I gotta get these clamped. Oof. Those clamps barely fit those. Todd says he's editing pictures. He's always editing pictures. Yes, you are, Todd. But it's worth it because your websites are the shit. And Buck says he's slowly recovering from the crud. He spent all day in bed. It's almost like he's retired or something. It is, isn't it, Buck? And Jody's working on the Tiny Grissom. That little Tiny Grissom kit looks good to be as small as it is. And Don says, yeah, retired. What's going on, Don? But let me grab my airbrush here. Get my bottle of paint that was ran over by the mail carrier. And we'll start spraying. I really wanted to get this done by Wonderfest because I think this one is going to look cooler once it's done than the one I took to Wonderfest, but it's not even close to done. So maybe I'll take this one next year. Let's see, I think everyone that showed up in the comments so far except Eric went to Wonderfest. You got to see if you can go next year, Eric. Wonderfest is a blast. And the more you go, the more fun it is because you don't feel as rushed to see everything because you've already seen everything once except for the models that are in the competition. So you don't feel that pressure to run around and see everything at one time. Glad I could finally make one for you, bud. What's that in reference to, Don? Says he got a deflector and position lights and impulse engines. Where's the lights? No, there's no lights in this, Don. And Eric says he's the odd man out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't usually put lights in stuff I'm painting and building to use in a D&D game because it's going to be sitting out on the table. There's really no way to hook a cord up to it, and I absolutely hate constantly replacing batteries. That's why all my models that I build that have lights in them are hooked up to a little wall wart or something, you know. I have my shelf that I put all my finished models on wired up with one of those little power supplies that's meant to run LED strip lights, and that works really good for that. I can't deal with constantly replacing batteries. A live stream. Oh yes, you finally made a live stream. What, no lights? That's inconceivable. Yeah, I know, Don. I usually light everything, but not D&D stuff because I just can't get wires to them. So we need someone to jump up and get a good form of wireless power transmission that's affordable. That would be cool. If I could just set the minis on the table and have them get power from the table just because they're sitting there, I'd be lighting them too. That would be the shit. Nerd Forge. I watch Nerd Forge sometimes, but and Jody says he'll check back later. Gonna get back at it. Okay. Well, Tesla is dead. Yeah, yeah, he is. Still, somebody needs to figure out a way to do that. Because if I could just install some kind of little mat under the top of the table and then just sit the minis on the table and they get power, hell yeah, that would be freaking cool. Miniature nuclear reactor. Oh, the power's not the problem, Buck. The problem is transmitting the power from a power source of some kind to the minis sitting on the table without having to put wires on them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Need more paint. Yeah, I usually don't fill the cup up on this airbrush all the way because it doesn't have a little cover on the cap, on the little cap on the cup. And I've made some really nice messes because of that. So I just don't fill it all the way up. That at least somewhat reduces the chance of an ugly mess. Although I've been known to do it anyway. Yeah, I know you wouldn't have to change a nuclear reactor for about 25,000 years. But if I can't get the power to what I'm wanting to get the power to, what does it matter if it still has power? It's just kind of sitting there at that point. Hey, I know. I could put an unlicensed nuclear reactor into a backpack. Yeah, nobody's ever done that before. Where did you see those at? I have a soft rubber airbrush cap from Badger, but it doesn't fit this airbrush. I tried it. If somebody made one that fit this airbrush, I would definitely get it. Because I may have made a mess or two because of this airbrush not having the cap. Actually, I have definitely made a mess or two because of this airbrush not having a cap. Ding! Who dropped in? It's Todd.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Todd?
What are you doing? You okay with me posting that link?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't see a link.
I'll put it in chat.
There it is.
I'm not an moderator on your channel, so I can't post the link. But no, I saw these over at Hobbyist Haven, and they come in 3 different sizes. They're soft rubber, and you just pop them on whatever bowl you have, whatever pot size you have.
Oh, that's nice. I'll have to check those out.
They are 23.5, 22.5, and 24 millimeter across.
I'll have to check those out.
And then they have a little 8 millimeter rubber hole, like a hole in the center.
Yeah, for air.
Yeah, just for air, and if you want to add a little more paint or something.
That's cool. I'll have to check those out. That would definitely be something I would get.
For $16.
Oh, that's not bad.
They have little tabs, you can pop them off.
That's not bad.
Because I've done the same thing. I've spilled many a paint, tipping it or tilting it or whatever.
Yeah, you get to painting and you forget what you're doing, and the next thing you know, plop.
Yeah, I will post them in Tooltime. There you go.
Thank you. I can make you a mod or whatever on my channel. Should be able to. Let's see. How do I do that?
In YouTube Studio somewhere. I think it's under Community and then something. I don't remember, honestly.
Oh, I'll check on it later. I'll figure out how to do it. Accounts?
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Let me look on mine. No, not that.
You said it's in Studio?
It's in Studio. I think it's under Settings. I think it's under
Settings.
Oh, no. General. No.
Permissions? No. Community moderation?
No, community moderation. That's what you want. And you got to put people's their screen name. Like you have Buck in there. Oh, I have Buck on mine. But under like a standard moderator, you can type in like at Marvel Phoenix or at Buckman's Model Mania, and you can add people's as moderators. You don't need it managing ones. You can just do them standards. It adds them like tags. Yep, Buck's got it. Here, I'll even produce for you a little bit. There you go. What's interesting is that Buck shows as a standard moderator, but he is grayed out on. His name is usually blue.
There you are. Bam. Now you should be.
Nope. Oh, yes. Well, what's interesting is why never mind. I was looking at my channel and I'm like, I saw Buckman on your thing. No, Buckman was on my thing. I'm like, why am I not blue? Now I'm blue.
I could add Buck too. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, add the people that could be on your stream, and you know, it gives them ability to help moderate a little bit. You know, or at least the guys from HTM. You know,
right.
To moderate, get rid of bad comments, or you know, throw a link in there, because you can add a link as if you're a moderator, you can put links in.
By the way, this eyeglass stuff that you suggested.
The what?
The eyeglass cleaner stuff you suggested. You clean the airbrush.
Yes.
Works great with acrylic paint.
Yes.
Not so much with lacquer.
Oh well, I can believe that. It's probably not a strong enough solvent. But I don't shoot lacquer, so.
I tried it on some lacquer paint the other day, and the paint was just like, are you kidding?
I bet, yeah. But I mean, at least for all the acrylics I've used, from Tamiya to Vallejo to Mission Models to, you know, it works on pretty much any acrylic.
It does, and it works good.
But for stuff like enamels, lacquers, it's probably not going to work. Wrong kind of solvent. Buck says because Donnie hates me. Huh. Aw. And he's still not a moderator. He's still gray. Aw.
I'll get you there, Buck. I'm just getting this paint out of my airbrush before it becomes glue.
Lacquer makes the airbrush blacker. Yeah, maybe.
It does if it's black paint. Which is what I happen to be using right now. So, yes. But the sweet thing is it's a black airbrush. So, there you go.
Yeah, so's the Black Widow, but I'm afraid to use it.
Do what?
I said, so's the Black Widow, that the Harbor and Freight one, but I feel like it has bad juju, and I can't use it.
I don't know, man. We were all using it there for a little bit. I think you just can't review it. Don't review it.
That maybe that's it. Yeah.
And he was so proud of that airbrush too.
Oh, he was. He was very excited about it, but that was the same night. Like he drove home.
Oh shit, it was, wasn't it?
Yep. He made that review, posted it. He made that review video, went home, and that was it.
Damn.
That was his last day, unfortunately. Miss you, Steve.
Yes, we do miss you. I still remember when you called me and told me, and for like 30 seconds, my brain was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I remember when we talked about it, and we finally mentioned it on the stream, and I couldn't even talk.
I know.
Oh, see, Buck says it's because he finally met you in person after 7 years. Yeah.
Oh, this is Buck.
That was Don. Buck says, ever since Nerdforge pointed out the finger she cut off, I can't help noticing. Is that the Swedish builder that's always building random things?
She's like, she builds all kind of stuff.
I saw her build an entire huge fantasy castle out of like foam.
Well, it's the same way with James Doonan, you know. watched Star Trek for years. I never realized he was missing a finger
No, they
until
were
he was
very good
talking
at
about
hiding
it.
everything. I had no idea.
He was talking about it in an interview one day, and from then on, every time I watch Star Trek, it's like, oh, he really is missing a finger. Look at that.
Good old Scotty.
Yep.
Yeah, Buck says
No computer.
no bloody A, B, C, or D.
Yes.
He says she's Norwegian. Yeah, I thought she might be. I had a friend that was Norwegian, and just the way she talks, her dialect and stuff, you feel it. That's Nordic kind of vibe going on. Ooh, no.
Anyway, let's get the metallic in here now. What are we going to use? Let's see.
So hi to Ken.
What's going on, Ken? Duralumin.
I have your stream running in YouTube as well.
Oh, do you?
Well, because I was watching you, and I didn't plan on joining the studio, but I just tried to click on a chat to bring it up. It doesn't work when you're just watching it on YouTube.
No, it doesn't. Yes, Buck, you is blue now. I love these. They came in extreme metal paints.
Those are AKs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the AK stuff.
Which AK stuff?
A lot of it. The paint marker pens, the clear varnishes.
I don't think I've tried any of their clear varnishes.
They spray so nice, and it is just like a flat. This, you know, they what's the word I'm looking for? Where they flow and the level. They level super well. You don't even have to add leveling, you know, unicorn or anything to it.
So are they acrylic?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how they got an acrylic to level that well. They must already have something in there to level.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, I shot it straight into the airbrush. I didn't do anything to it. I shot it straight out of the airbrush to flat the Falcon, and it was great. It went on super nice. Had just enough flow improver to level and not run. It's great.
The only AK paint I've had any problem with, and I think it was because it was delivered when it was cold. I bought some AK 3rd Gen.
Yeah.
And it was lumpy, and I think it froze in transit.
Yeah, I don't have that problem in Arizona. It's just like the bad thing is you can't order chocolate here either.
That is true.
Or anything jelly, like jelly beans or gummy bears or anything like that. It comes in a solid blob.
Oh, God.
It just melts into one big solid blob.
Well, it wasn't that cold here when I ordered the paint, but I think it came from up north somewhere. And I think it froze. Do what?
Buck's gonna ban Eric just for being here.
Did I make a mistake?
Too late now.
All right.
No. What is it? No takey backsies. What was that on the back in high school? Was it grade school?
Yeah, no takey backies. Indian giver.
Oh God, that's probably offensive nowadays.
Probably. What isn't?
Everything.
No, it's not everything isn't. It's everything is nowadays.
No, it's the same stuff it's always been. It's just people are a lot more sensitive.
Yeah,
Too sensitive.
I agree.
Looking at my pictures, I realize building on the live streams is detrimental.
Why is that?
Because I forget to take pictures. I get super excited when certain things come together, like when I put the head on Darth Vader. I got all excited and never took pictures of the screws. Now I got to go back in there and set up the whole thing again, and for one picture. I get distracted by everybody.
You don't get excited when things come together when you're building by yourself?
Yeah, but I don't have the distractions.
Well,
Yeah,
that is true.
I'm sitting in there. I got the music going. But lately, I don't even build if it's not our streams. Like I'm busy throughout the week, and it's not
I
like
know
I
that feeling.
get off work and I don't want to go in there and build.
It's getting that way with me because Nissan just wants me to work all the time.
You just tell them you're done with that, and you'll just take the pay, please.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way, Todd. I wish it did.
Come on.
I'm not a millennial. I can't get away with that. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, well. To say you need a mental health day, they'll be like, what? See, Eric says now that he's been quasi-banned, he says he can rant in the void about Clampot. Yeah, no, because nobody could see it. This particular chat is invisible.
Go for it, Eric.
See? No one can see it. Buck says so.
That's okay, Eric. I can still ban Buck.
Is that like an exhaust pipe?
Yeah.
Do you ever add like the heat coloring to them?
Sometimes I do.
You know, the reds and the blues and like they're titanium and they got hot or something.
Yeah, I've painted like chrome exhaust pipes and then it does not turn out as good as what Dom's usually does, but it looks okay. I'm out of paint. Buck said, wait, what? Banned?
Oh God. Now Eric's trying to actually get banned. I see what he's doing there.
No, he's just pushing Buck's buttons.
Well, while you're pushing his buttons, push the like button.
There you go. I'll never think of mentioning that till the end of the stream.
You should say it a few times. You never know. People might pop in, just watch a little bit of it, and then move on. And
That is true. Have you got your, did you order some of those play markers?
I have not. No.
You have not?
I wonder if they are on Amazonian yet.
Yes. Andrea, Buck's wife, she got some off of Amazon.
AK Interactive play markers. Here we go. Special. Oh my God, the whole box. Oh, it's expensive.
Well, the whole box of the other ones was too. I think the play markers cost a little more though, probably because they're actual brush tip.
Yeah. $140. Youch.
They're like 130 on Michigan Toy Soldier, but the full set is out of stock right now on Michigan Toy Soldier. Because he said he was out of them at Wonderfest, and I looked when I got home, and they're out of stock on the website too for the full set. But I like them.
Eric says, if I hit it again, it takes it away. Well, don't hit it repeatedly.
Just once. Once is enough.
Well, they're $100 if I get them directly from AK. What's the shipping?
That's not bad.
Uh-uh. Actually, they're even cheaper. It goes
Even
down to
cheap.
well, it's because it's in the U.S. It goes down because there's no. Let's see, 73. There's $73. There's 73 euro, which is $83. That's not bad. It'd be 95, $22 euro shipping. 95.56.
Eric said, shit stain 2024, pit stain 2024 gets you 15% off at Michigan Toys. And Buck said, that's so last year.
I think for $100. Johnny's painting his balls.
Yeah, I am.
Everybody cover your eyes.
It's spiky.
It looks like a virus.
It kind of does, don't it?
Yeah, you're painting your COVID.
There.
John, ordered.
You ordered the whole set?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. I wanted to play with them before I committed that much.
Well, sometimes it's just nice to have the color selection.
It is.
You know, I was looking at redoing all of the deck stuff on the Titanic to better colors, more accurate colors, like all the bollards and winches and things like that. And so I was looking, I'm like, God, it'd be nice just to run them over with the pens, you know, with the markers versus getting the airbrush out and painting all these different colors. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, all said and done through PayPal, it was $113. That's still cheaper than Amazon, which was $140.
That's not bad. Now that's getting close to the price of the other markers, ain't it?
Yeah, the other markers are 106, like the real colors.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. What about shipping? How much is the shipping? Is that including the shipping?
That includes shipping. It's $124
Wow.
with $16 shipping. Of course, I had the wrong address in here.
Probably from the Book Nooks.
No, so it's 131 with free delivery in a week.
That's not bad.
It's interesting. It was $16 to ship it because I had Howard's address still in there because I sent him chips, poker chips.
Yeah.
I had his address, but when I switched it to my address, it went to free delivery.
Really?
Yeah, it was $16 to go to Michigan apparently.
I wonder why.
Sold by the Mark Twain Hobby Center. Where's that?
I've heard of it. Seems like that's in California.
St. Charles, Missouri.
Oh, it's in Missouri.
The business name is Babbitt's Hobby and Craft Center. Interesting. Why doesn't it say bit? Okay, I don't even care.
Yeah, why is it called Mark Twain's Hobby Center if it's not?
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
This one's coming from Hobby Sales. I love it. Their storefront is Hobby Sales. This is who sells the real colors on Amazon. The real color marker set.
Yeah.
The storefront name is Hobby Sales. The company is Rock Sellers LLC in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I want to know what this is. Let's look this up just for fun. They also sell on Walmart.
So basically, their little individual storefronts.
They're just a random reseller.
Some of that stuff that's sold by resellers on Walmart has some stupid prices. I've seen stuff that normally sells for $20 or $30 selling for over $100 by resellers on the Walmart website. Makes no sense.
Let me get back. Donnie has more paint on his fingers than the parts. Dash says, "Hi, Howard."
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Eric says that would suck to step on. Is he talking about your needle?
Yeah, the airbrush needle. Yes, it would.
Dash says you got the AK play markers for 117.
That's not bad either.
Heck, I can get them at Mish Toy and drive there if I wanted to. You could if they were in stock.
Yeah, they're not though.
Hobby Center is 45 minutes away. Well, you should go over there. What I say, St. Charles, Missouri? You should head over there. Pick up a set. Yeah, the last time I ordered AK stuff, it came really fast. Like, it was out the next day. And
yeah, didn't you order the real color set direct from them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised there aren't some tariffs attached to that.
There might be.
Well, it would have said that when you were ordering it, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I'll find out when the train stuff gets here from France.
That's right. You ordered a whole bunch of packs for the train, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the whole train or just what was available?
Just what was available through Pack 19. But that's Packs 10, 11, 12. Wait a minute. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, so all 9 more packs. But I think there's only 24. It's a 2-year build type thing.
That train does look cool. Buck said he's been there. The store is packed with stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I said, Buck. I said Andrea bought them. Have you seen the little brush tips on the end of those, Todd?
I have not. Well, no, that's not true because I did play with them. I specifically grabbed the red one because I don't like the red of the.
Oh, you played with them up at Wonderfest?
Yeah. So I painted it on a couple little pieces there. You know, they had those little dinky models, and I played it.
Yeah.
But the red is still pink to me, so I need it to be like a deep red, like Vallejo red, Tamiya red. It's not that red; it's like a pink.
It's
Alex
not
is here.
far off, though.
Yeah, Alex.
What's up, Alec? Trying to get some of this shader done in here, bring out some of these details.
Ken asks, did you get some Reliant parts printed off for the Buddy build?
No, he hasn't sent me the STLs yet for the Reliant parts. He sent me the STLs for the Razor Crest parts and said that he would be sending me the STLs for the Reliant parts, but he hasn't done it yet. Unless he did it, you know, sometime today or something and just didn't say anything, and I haven't really checked.
Alex says it looks cool. In my opinion, though, it looked better if the wheels were offset so both spikes are visible from the sides and it had a sawtooth look. Interesting.
Oh, you mean the 2 rows of spikes offset?
Yeah. But that's how it is in the game, right? I mean, it's
right. The cool thing is there was just a couple of pictures on one page in the back of the book of these war machines, and this guy took those couple of pictures and made all these war machines, made 3D files for all these war machines from just a couple of pictures. It's insane. Or actually, it's just one picture. One big picture that stretches across 2 pages. And it's just like a sketch, like a hand-drawn sketch of these war machines. And he took that sketch and made that big one that I took to Wonderfest and those smaller ones that I made. He got all of those from that one sketch.
Wow.
Yeah, this dude does some insane stuff. MDR 420 or something like that. On Patreon, he does some insane stuff. He like comes out with a couple new minis every day.
Nice.
He has to be retired or something. Has to be. Because I mean, how else could he come out with that much stuff?
It's your full-time not working job?
Yeah, right. Let's see where here it is. It's these little drawings right here across the bottom of these 2 pages.
It's like concept art almost.
Yeah, that's the only pictures of the war machines in the whole book. And he took those pictures and made all those war machines. That's crazy. That's like Jody level of scratch building talent.
I'm telling you, I'm going to reach out to the art department for Star Trek and tell him to look at Jody.
I know, right?
Some of these things that he's done, it's incredible.
Let me peep at my email real quick, Jody. I mean Ken, and make sure, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't sent them yet. No. No, he hasn't sent them yet. So whenever he gets them sent to me, Ken, I'll get them printed out and sent off to you guys. I think at the time he was just worried about getting his Razor Crest done. Which
Are you talking about Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan had his hands full.
Yeah. Yeah, he asked me if I could do it, and I said yeah, and he just immediately sent me the Razor Crest parts and said that he would be sending me the Reliant parts, but he hadn't sent them yet. So whenever he gets them to me, I'll get them printed.
Ken says thanks, Donnie.
Not a problem, Ken. That's what we do here, right?
Yeah, we offer each other 3D printing services. Not a bad gig.
No, it's not. Not a bad gig at all.
Can't wait to see how you paint that little Enterprise.
I have it right here. I haven't started painting it yet, though. I don't know about Aztecing. It's awful small.
Well, if anybody can do it, it's you. So,
Well, thank you.
or at least the look of Aztecing, you know.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, no matter how misplaced it might be. How's that?
Perfect.
Let's see if these are dry enough to handle. Yes. That's another thing I love about this paint. It dries quick. These go on here. I think I probably need to get the little wheels put in them first, though.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Go for it. Oh, I'm going to need 2 of these per side. Ah, I thought I only needed 1. Yeah. There we go.
Alex says, I
Nice.
wish Lou's masks included the paneling for their Cerritos like Aztecing details do. Looks so much nicer with the paint I'm using.
Yeah, Lou painted his more like the cartoon ship, so he didn't put any Aztec paneling on it.
Which I actually kind of like.
I liked it too. I thought it looked good. Here's what you do, Alec. You build one Cerritos and you paint it like the cartoon with Lou's masks. And then you build another Cerritos and you put the decals on it. How's that? Does that sound like a plan?
I mean, if it's good enough to build, it's good enough to build twice, right?
Right? I need to get that little piece of support material out of there. Sonic Saber. Maybe, if I can get in there. Hmm. There we go. Just a little bit of surgery. Perfect. That Sonic Saber does make doing stuff like that so much easier.
I would imagine. I still haven't used mine.
Really?
No, haven't had a use for it yet.
I use it all the time. Of course, it is kind of made for resin, so.
I mean, maybe if I did more resin models, sure.
I mean, it cuts styrene good too.
Yeah, I haven't built styrene in a while, and I had the Falcon was built by the time I got it.
True. Where's my bottle of super glue? Ah, it's hiding under the tripod.
As it does.
Yes.
Ken says, always the Grissom, Todd. Yes.
When are we going to do the Grissom?
Before the end of the year.
Okay.
I'm not in any rush. It's kind of nice to have a little quiet Wednesdays to watch a stream. Because the other wood guys are doing their thing, and that's all good. It's wonderful.
The Wood Wednesdays?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to send Buck a resin kit and see if I can convert him to resin.
There you go. Do you think it'll work?
Probably not. But I'm going to try. Part of it's on the printer right now.
Buck's like, wait, I thought I banned Eric. No. Eric's too good. He broke through the ban.
That's what you get for thinking, Buck.
That thinking stuff will get you every time. You really got to watch out for it.
I know, right? I love these little wheels with guns in them.
Oh, that's cool. Buck says, just let me know. I can switch Woodstream to another day. No, it's locked in now. It's Woody Wednesdays. The
It
group
is.
would have to be some other day. There's a brand now. You know, you can't break the brand. Been branded Woody Wednesday. Eric says he's a slippery SOB, but now he's hiding again. No, I like the fact that we have a Woody Wednesday. It's a branded thing. The group build can go on any.
It is.
That doesn't have to be on a Wednesday.
I was going to say we could have Grissom someday, but I can't think of anything that goes with that.
Yeah, I can't do Tuesdays. That is date night.
Uh-oh. That wouldn't go over well.
Well, I mean, I just couldn't be there. Doesn't mean you kids can't do it. It means I can't do it.
Well, we can't have a group build without the Todd father.
Sure you can. Woody Wednesdays doesn't have me. You know, you can.
That's not a group build, though. That's just a bunch of old men playing with their wood.
Buck says, "You hush, Eric. The adults are talking."
Dang it, I forgot to paint the front wheels. Oh well, I'll get them next time. Just set them on there for now. I like that.
You're not my dad. Jeez.
Read the next one.
A group grope? Well, it is a bunch of older
Old
men
men playing with their wood.
playing with their wood. That's true.
I didn't say that. Buck said that.
That should be the tagline for the Woody Wednesdays.
A group grope.
Yeah. No, a bunch of old men playing with their wood.
Yeah.
Come join us. That might attract the wrong people, though. So.
End up with another incident like we had.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
something.
interesting.
Hey, you know what? We were YouTube noobs. So.
YouTube what?
YouTube noobs.
Yeah.
We were tube noobs. I'm coining that phrase now.
Tube noobs.
Tube noobs. Everybody got to start out
noobs
at some point.
That was just you, Ian, and me, right?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of people on that particular stream, and well, I know there was more than that because I remember there was like 3 or 4 people that had to go delete it off their channels before they got struck for something.
Yeah.
And I went on the HTM channel and I chopped it out, so it's still on HTM, but that particular part is edited out of the stream and gone forever.
That's good.
So at least there is still that stream does still exist. It's just not that part of it. Buck says, "Are you sure, Eric, that maybe he is his father?" Eric says, "You're too short." Dash says, "You don't need a flute player on Woody Wednesday? Question mark.
Flute player. Oh my God.
Join us on Wednesday, Howard. I think Steve was there. I'm getting old enough. If I join a date site for people our age, it's called Carbon Dating. Oh my God. But
Oven dating. He said that in Discord the other day.
Well, when you got a good joke, you got to use it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the only joke he's got. I don't know. He's got some good ones. He's had some good ones. He's had some bad ones too. So.
Well, I mean, haven't we all? Some good, some bad. I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have glued those on yet.
Excuse me. Sorry. Are you talking about the cannons?
Yeah.
We'll pop them off before it fully sets.
There.
Eric says, Donnie, that thing looks amazing.
Thank you.
So how does it work? Like when you use these, you just use them as like, I mean, when you put them on, when you do your D&D, like how do you use them? Do you like move them across the table to show locations relevant to other things, or what?
Right. They're objects on the table, just like the players' minis. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And the crazy thing is, like, that's a human-sized mini compared to this thing.
Oh wow.
So it's huge.
Now, is that something that somebody would drive, or is it like a creature in its own right, or something, or what?
No, this would be driven.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It has a spot right there to put a mini in it.
Oh, I was wondering if it had a cockpit.
Yeah. A little circle right there for the base of a mini to sit.
Let's see. Oh gosh. Oh God. See, Dash is full of them. He got a lot of jokes about retired people, but none of them work. Buck
Take
says,
that,
some
Buck.
things matter closer than they appear are. Yes. Buck, stop watching porn on your TV and it wouldn't get viruses. Oh Jesus. Ken says, Buck, you missed the funniest joke ever told. It was so good we wouldn't want to share it, so Todd quickly deleted it. Oh, I did? I don't know, man. It says damn. Jody says, hi Ken, great Reliant video.
That was a good Reliant video, Ken.
Oh God, I'm not gonna keep reading these, Dash.
Dash got jokes. Now I got to get these back in there. I think I'm going to let that dry first. Then I'll work on these. Here, that one's.
That says, Todd, we didn't hear you barf when Donnie opened Zip Kicker. Thank God. Do you remember when we were younger, somebody was working on Smell-O-Vision?
Yes.
Like somebody literally wanted to invent that and find a way to incorporate it into televisions. And I would just be throwing up all over my keyboard right now. Just awful.
Blech! Zip Kicker, I mean, it doesn't smell great, but it doesn't smell that bad to me. Doesn't make me want to puke.
Oh. Yeah, it definitely makes me want to gag.
I can tell. Sometimes you have that reaction just seeing it.
Just thinking about it. You know, is interesting. I didn't have that reaction until I left the fire department, because the fire department, you get used to a lot of nasty smells.
Right.
And after that, and especially when I quit smoking, got very used, very like sensitive to smells. I don't know what happened. It's very strange.
Maybe your body just said, you know what? We've had enough of this now.
Buck says you're not supposed to snort it. It is invasive. It grapes my nostrils. Ken says, what would adult channels smell like, Todd? Money and sadness.
Money and sadness.
That says, we had Smell-O-Vision, I'd be not watching any stream on HTM. I don't want to smell Ian. Well, just like you can mute somebody, you should be able to pause their smells too. Because it'd be like, okay, who doesn't have deodorant on?
Have a little light that comes up under their window. This smell comes from this screen.
Right? Yeah, see, Buck, that happened to him too. He says when he quit smoking, he became very averse to cigarette smoke. Yeah, I got super sensitive to it. Like I could smell it. If somebody was hundreds of feet away, you could smell it, but somebody smoking. Like you got super sensitive to it. Ken says, yeah, I have a thing with smells now too. Yeah, I mean, the first time I smelled brains, like from a bad car accident, or the first time I smelled burnt people, like you just got numb to it because you had to do those things. And then now, like I can be sitting on the toilet, my own shits will make me want to vomit. Like
wow.
Like I can fart myself out of my own bedroom. Right? It's just I don't know what it is. Like I just want to gag at like the slightest thing. It's so strange. I don't know why that is. It didn't bother me. I mean, none of that stuff bothered me when I was younger, and I don't know what it is, but it does. Jody says, just wait 10 seconds to skip the smell like an ad. Could you imagine?
Wow.
Somebody turns it off. They turn it off when Ian pulls his, or when Cat comes in and does a drive-by on Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to pause that. That's why it failed. Nobody wanted to smell what was happening on TV.
Then they'd be coming up with smell blocker extensions for your browser.
Yes. Do you remember when people had MySpace pages and they would have that obnoxious music that would auto start when you went to their page? They would have the same thing. They'd have smell blockers just to block it because it would be so annoying. So yeah. Dash says he can't handle strong bleach and thinking about wood spoons. I can taste the wood without having. Ooh, now I can taste that too. Thanks a lot, Dash. Ooh. Ken says that and getting my hands dirty. Yes. Alex says, can you imagine a TV that allows you to taste food on the television? Now that's different. Food, that would be okay.
I mean, smelling the food would be okay.
Dash says, did Todd tell you Wonderfest guys you need to wear more deodorant because the tall guy can smell all you shorter people? I would think they'd be more worried about me wearing deodorant since they're all at armpit level.
Right?
Yeah. But there was definitely a hot onion soup smell going on in there. So I kept telling Rebecca, I said, just imagine some hot onion soup. That's what it smelled like.
At Wonderfest?
Yeah.
I didn't smell hot onion soup, but I'll take your word for it.
Oh, no, just like a hot locker room. Jody says, yeah, tasting the adult channel is gross. Gross. What if it was subconscious? You know, like when they plug us all into the Matrix and we have no idea what's going on, but you're just watching it and all of a sudden you get that, you know, that you're like, that tastes like pennies because you're watching the porn. Don't do that.
That could be bad.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it all depends on what you're watching too.
I guess, yeah. You know, I would love to say that Ken made a comment there, and I would love to say that I have no idea what he's talking about. But sadly, I do know what he's talking about, and I'm not going to say it.
I have. Oh God, never mind.
Yeah. See, even Donnie understands. Dash says,
It took a
guys,
second though.
Ian, was it French onion soup or Jewish soup? It was New Yorker soup. I don't know. Maybe someone was stewing their onions. Yes, Andrew. I hopped on to share a link to some airbrush caps. You should get some, by the way. We put them in the Tool Times channel on Discord. You should get some too, so you stop spilling paint on your Enterprises. Hi, Andrew. Maybe if he had those little caps.
What's up, Andrew?
Those little rubber caps on his airbrush, he wouldn't have spilled that orange deflector paint on the bottom of his saucer.
Right? I'm definitely going to check those out. And then Dash commenting on Ken's comment.
I was going to send you a link to the airbrush recommendation. Oh, yes. It's the same one. Hold on a second.
Where does the little
Hold, please.
go?
Oh, God. Don't go to Grex.com.
Why?
It's not the airbrush company.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Pretty sure it's this one. Yes. Yep, and this has all the accessories. This is the one with the screw-on side caps. I'm just going to throw it in here as Donnie. There you go, Andrew. They have adapters too for that. It depends. Do you like pistol grips or gun grips? I'm sorry, pistol grips or pencil grip. But these are screw-on side caps. The cups are screw-on instead of friction fit. But they do have an adapter if you still want to use your friction cups. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh God, let's see. I got that one. Jody says that was me. I use a Revlon mid bristle. Dude, makeup brushes are great for modeling. They're cheap
They
too.
are, especially for dry brushing.
Yeah. Did you answer Andrew? He was asking you what you were working on tonight.
I'm working on the War Machine. I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm working on the last War Machine that's gonna run over the part. I mean, yeah. That's what these little bikes are for too.
If you like the pistol grip, here's the link to the side feet pistol grip. Same screw-on tanks. Andrew. Dash says it looks like the Robo version of Ian's Red Ant. If that was moving and alive and it landed on you, you'd jump too.
That, yes.
Yeah. Ken says, I just got a bunch of parts for his Iwata. Excellent. Andrew says, I've been busy with proof of concept stuff tonight. I think I'm done with it. Yeah, he's been posting pictures in his Discord of painting registry and doing the markings.
Yeah, I saw several of those. That painted registry looks sweet.
Yeah. Buck says the last War Machine you'll ever see. The one that lands on him, crawling on him.
But it's 9:30. I think I'm gonna call it here.
There you go.
Because
I'll let you do your outro and stuff. I'm just here to chat. So do what you need to do and say your goodbyes and click your outro. I'm just hanging out.
Let me see. There we go. I think I can move this one around and let you see it. Oh, the cord's tangled up. There we go. There's what it looks like. It's almost finished. I love these little dragons on the very front wheels there.
I think it's great that there's wheels underneath there.
Yeah.
And they turn as well?
Yeah.
So you can pull it? Oh, nice. Ken says it looks great. Buck says great stream, Donnie.
Thank
Buck
you.
Says, like the smash button. That's right.
Like the smash button, yes.
If you're new to the channel, give him a sub. He would love you.
Yes, like and subscribe if you want. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let's see, we'll be streaming. Buck will be streaming tomorrow night. Then the Woody group will be streaming Wednesday night. Jordan will be streaming Thursday night, and then all of us or whoever of us show up will be streaming Friday night, and then again Sunday afternoon. So.
And Andrew on Saturdays.
And Andrew on Saturdays, yes.
Well,
I forget that one because I never get to see that one.
I know. Andrew just have impeccable timing.
Yes, he did. Yeah, sorry, Andrew, but I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, and yes, leave a comment if you're watching the rerun. If you have any ideas or anything. But I'm gonna get out of here. Everyone have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. We had a lot of people here tonight. We had Ken, Buck, Andrew right here at the end. We had Dawn, Jody, Eric was here getting shadow banned. Howard was here. Alec was here. We had a lot of people here tonight. But thanks everyone for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll be in the chat tomorrow night on Buck Stream. So thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you all next week. Have a good one, everyone. Let me get over here.